Hail and welcome to the Four Directions. May my podcast be a blessing to my listeners. May you find new beginnings, love, sweet dreams, and earth magic. Toward the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Everything lost is found again in a new form, in a new way. Everything hurt is healed again in a new time, in a new day. Change is, touch is. Touch us, change us, change us, touch us, change us. We all are here, we all are here. All manner of good things will come to us now. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. We are alive as the earth is alive. We have the power to create our freedom. If we have courage, we can be healers. Like the sun, we shall rise. If we have courage, we can be healers. Like the sun, we shall rise. Welcome to Star Circle. This is your host, RDJ. I'm going to tell you 5 Sufi stories today. The title of the podcast is Die Before You Die. And I just want to explain a little bit of what we mean by that. And it is that when we release our attachment to our ego, to our small self, we awaken to our full potential. We're free and we have a happier life and we die well. The first 3 stories I'm going to tell you star Nasruddin. Nasruddin was a great Sufi teacher, but he was also a fool. In the first story, Nasruddin has lost his keys, and a friend comes along and sees him bending over and sorting through the sand and asks him, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm looking for my keys. I lost my keys." And the friend says, "Well, I'd love to help you. Are you sure that this is the location in which they went missing?" And Nasruddin says, "Oh no, I lost them over there, but the light is much better here." In our second story, Nasruddin does not like his sandwich, and he is complaining. "Oh, I'm so sick of turkey sandwich. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, all I have for lunch is a turkey sandwich." And his friend at lunch says, "Why don't you ask your wife to make you something else?" And Nasruddin says, "Oh, I'm not married. I make my own sandwiches." In our third story, Nasruddin is a notorious smuggler. And there's a constable in a town at a border crossing who is just obsessed with catching Nasruddin. And once or twice a year, when Nasruddin goes by with his caravan of camels, the constable stops him and searches for hours and never finds the contraband. And now, after his whole life, he is retired. And here comes Nasruddin's camel train, and the constable says, Nasruddin, I'm retired now, so I can't get you in trouble or do anything about what it is you're smuggling, but it's just driving me crazy. Would you please put my mind at ease and let me know what it is you are a smuggler of? And Nasruddin says, oh, certainly, camels. Our next story is Majnun and Leili. Leili is a princess, and Majnun is a crazy man. And Majnun loves Leili so much that he becomes Leili. Over 30 years ago, I met a friend named Karima at the Dances of Universal Peace in Minneapolis, and she wrote a hauntingly beautiful song called The Ballad of Majnun and Leili. And after a very brief break to acknowledge our sponsors, I'm going to play you the beautiful song with Karima that she wrote, and she is singing it here. And I just want to say, I hope my fans read my written descriptions of my podcast, because I put some heart into those, and you'll find references. And in this one, you will find Karima's email. And if you love her song, she would love to hear from you. If you would like to support Star Circle, you may with a monthly or one-time donation of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. And I will have the link to that you need to donate in the written description. So we'll be right back with the beautiful rendition of the Ballad of Majnun and Leili.
Oh, Majnun loved sweet Leili, but her family far above him would not permit their marriage, though Leili also loved him. And furthermore, he's mad, they said, so Majnun find a way, and thought of only Leili through all the night and day, and thought of only Leili through all the night and day. Why so obsessed with this one girl, his relatives did say. There are many just as beautiful and not so far away. We don't see her great loveliness, but softly hear her voice, and answers to see Leili, you must borrow Majnun's eyes. And answers to see Leili, you must borrow Majnun's eyes. If he is sane, then you may wed, said her mother, for your grief will surely cause your death if you do not have some relief. And Majnun's mother begged him, be sane and strong and sound. But when he saw his Leili's dog, he fell down on the ground. Yes, when he saw her little dog, he fell down on the ground. He embraced that little dog and kissed it wildly in the mud. In front of all that company of rich and noble blood. Well, Leili said, her father, there's nothing more to say. The wedding plans abandoned, the bride was led away. The wedding plans abandoned, the bride was led away. His mother and his father took him to the holy place. On pilgrimage to Mecca, his madness to erase. Pray God to cure your mind, my son, and touch the Kaaba stone. He prayed, Leili, give me Leili, and his mother took him home. He prayed, Leili, give me Leili, and his mother took him home. A Sufi came on Majnun, he was sifting through the dust. What are you doing on this road, seeking Leili as I must? Fool, why seek Leili's beauty in the dust upon the ground? I seek for Leili everywhere, mayhap somewhere she'll be found. I seek for Leili everywhere, mayhap somewhere she'll be found. He came into a garden after wandering many years. His hair was wild, his form was thin, his eyes were red with tears. In the garden was another man, one strong and handsome too. I've heard of you, oh Majnun, you fool, good day to you. I've heard of you, oh Majnun, you fool, good day to you. When Leili, who was living near, heard Majnun had arrived, she sent her dinner every day to keep her love alive. But Leili's maid unknowing gave it to the other man, who ate while Majnun weaker and lay upon the sand. Who ate while Majnun weaker and lay upon the sand. But surely this is not my love, to take the food and send no single word of comfort, my broken heart to mend. I'll ask for just one drop of blood to test if it is he. The handsome man, he turned and ran. You'll get no blood from me. The handsome man, he turned and ran. You'll get no blood from me. But Majnun said to give my life for Leili would be sweet. Not just one drop, but all my blood I'd pour out at her feet. At last she came upon him, put her hand upon his head, saying, surely you are Majnun. I am Leili, Majnun said. Saying, surely you are Majnun. I am Leili, Majnun said. In God there is a darkness, both dazzling and deep. And Leili's name, it means the night which holds that secret sweet. And Majnun is the crazy man who seeks but cannot find. God grant that all such lovers may drink the holy wine. God grant that all such lovers may drink the holy wine.
This last story is from Hazrat Inayat Khan. There was a parrot in a golden cage, and a king who loved this parrot. He treated it like royalty, served its food on a golden platter, and did everything he could to make the bird happy. And one day the king came to the parrot and said, I am going to the forest, and perhaps I will see some of your family there. And do you have a message, something you'd like me to tell them? And he said, thank you, O king. Tell my family that the king treats me very, very well. I have all my needs met. I'm treated like royalty. I am the luckiest bird alive, and yet I feel something's missing. I'm not happy. So the king goes into the forest, and he finds a tree full of parrots like his own, and he gives them the bird's message. And when his brothers and sisters hear the message, they all fall down dead. They fall out of the tree on the ground dead. And the king is aghast. "Oh, look what I've done." And he goes back to the castle and he says to the parrot in the golden cage, "I gave your brothers and sisters the message and they all fell down dead." And the parrot in the golden cage falls down dead. The king is just brokenhearted and declares that they're going to have a royal funeral for the bird in the golden cage. And a beautiful golden platter is brought on which to place the bird. And the golden cage is opened, and the little chain on his feet is unlocked, and the bird flies up out of the cage onto the roof. And the king said, "You've betrayed me." And the bird said, "Thank you. You've given me everything. And my brothers and sisters told me what I needed to do to return to the forest." So in this story, the parrot represents us, the golden cage represents the world, and the forest represents limitless freedom. The aim of all souls is to be free. And if one dies before dying, she will be free. Death of the body is an ordinary unfoldment. Our assignment in this incarnation is to deconstruct the notion of separateness. The secret to complete spiritual liberation is constant conscious awareness of the interconnectedness of all. Ego death is the key to unlimited freedom. Ya Shakur, Ya Shakur, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Shakur, La ilaha illallah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. May the blessing of the goddess rest upon you. May her peace abide with you. May her presence illuminate your heart, now and forevermore. O thou who art the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the Lord of heaven and Mother Earth, open our hearts that we may hear thy voice, which constantly comes from within. Disclose to us thy divine light, which is hidden in our souls, that we may know and understand life better. Most merciful and compassionate Goddess, give us thy great goodness. Teach us thy love.